everybody, welcome to another edition of NoDQ&A video here on NoDQ.com. I am the owner of NoDQ, Aaron Rift, here to talk about wrestling. WWE Survivor Series 2011 was last night. A lot of people talking about it and a lot of things going on right now in wrestling. Got some questions here regarding Survivor Series and other topics in WWE, so let's get right down to it. Hey Aaron, is Chris Jericho a huge loss for WWE, or can they manage without him the next 1 to 3 years? Your thoughts? At first, I think Chris Jericho's absence was definitely felt when he left, but now, I think WWE has managed just fine in the past year without him, and I think they can manage the next several years without him. The fact is, WWE needs to be focusing on the future, not the past. They cannot rely on Chris Jericho. They cannot rely on The Rock. They need to develop new talent and create a new star or new stars. And in the past year or so, new guys have been rising up. Guys like CM Punk, Wade Barrett, Cody Rhodes, so on and so forth. These are the guys that WWE needs to focus on. And wait a minute. The NoDQ GM, formerly the Raw GM, has a text message for me. Wow. He does not want Chris Jericho back. The anonymous NoDQ GM thinks that Chris Jericho has too big of a head and, thinks he's a hot shot with his band Fozzy. And, let Jericho do what he's going to do. And I think WWE will manage just fine with or without him. Great show, Aaron. With The Rock doing good work against Miz and Truth, why is it that he can move the way he did, but other returners, Triple H, Kevin Nash, etc., have ring rust or have to be put in the gimmick match? Is it age, lack of skill, etc.? Well, I think it's a combination of everything. For starters, I think The Rock is just, a better athlete than Triple H and Kevin Nash. Another thing is that The Rock has been very lucky throughout his wrestling career. He was relatively injury-free during his run in 97 through 2003. Whereas guys like Triple H and Kevin Nash have been, they had a lot of injuries. They had many surgeries, and each time you come back from a surgery, you're not quite as good as you were before. You're a little bit slower, and you go from being 100% to maybe 95%, and then from 95% to 90%. So, The Rock he really worked hard for this match. He was training with Miz and R-Truth in Florida for the match, and he was only out there a few minutes in the ring, and most of the time he was on the apron. He looked great. The Rock, his return went about as well as one could ask for, and I'm sure it was very well planned out in advance and well choreographed, and it just worked out really well for him. I feel like Cena was kind of buried. He had 4 times where he had advantage, and they were all quickly reversed. Also, what the hell is going on with Sin Cara, and also how funny was Booker T's commentary? Well, let's start with Cena. People talked about how it was all about The Rock, and it was. Survivor Series was about The Rock, and everybody else was just a bit player, even including Cena. But I don't really think he was buried. At the very end, The Rock gave him the rock bottom, but Cena just rolled out of the ring and just walked to the back. He didn't even really sell the rock bottom. So, I think it was fine. I think, the funny thing is somebody mentioned that, The Rock was out there, but throughout the whole match, people were doing Cena chants, even when Cena wasn't in the ring. So it was still a lot about John Cena, too. So I wouldn't really say he was buried, but, it was kind of funny that The Rock's back for one match, beats the crap out of Miz, R-Truth, lays out Cena, and now he's gone for the next 3 months. So that's kind of funny, but, it is what it is. As far as Sin Cara goes, I guess it's a legitimate injury, and he's going to be gone 6 months or more. And some people are saying that, it's kind of mean, but that he botched his way out of the WWE, and they're not going to bring him back now. Who knows? There was talk about getting rid of him months ago, and now that he's going to be gone for an extended period of time, maybe this is it for Sin Cara. Who knows? But it's kind of sad if the guy loses his job because of this, but I did find that comment a little bit funny about botching his way out of WWE. And Booker T's commentary was funny. Right off the bat when the show started, he's doing the, oh my goodness, and now that's what I'm talking about. But like I said on the Survivor Series recap video from Sunday night, the commentary really lacked without JR. When The Rock came out for his entrance, it was missing that level of excitement that JR's commentary brings. You know, I was just picturing in my mind him talking about The Rock's return, and that would have made it all the more special. And just mind-boggling how they didn't even bring back JR for The Rock's big return. Just, I don't know. Hey Aaron, the crowd was definitely hot for Daniel Bryan at Survivor Series, with Big Show injuring Henry. And do you see this as a setup for Bryan being able to take out Henry at WrestleMania for the title? Well, the people really wanted to see Daniel Bryan come out there and take advantage of Mark Henry being hurt. I think they should just stick with their plan. Bryan said he was going to cash in into WrestleMania. Let him be a man of his word. And if you're not confident with him being in the main event because he's too small or whatever, and clearly he's been losing on TV every week, so he doesn't even really feel like a credible world champion caliber guy. But, you know, I'm fine with him being in like a triple threat match at WrestleMania for the world title. That's what I think they should do, and I think they should stick with that. Hey Aaron, I thought Survivor Series was good, but I thought the main event was a disappointment due to the fact that Awesome Truth were buried, and they even made Cena look weak by having Cena run away after The Rock hit the rock bottom. Your thoughts? Well, the whole thing, like I said, the whole moment was about The Rock. The whole show was about The Rock. So Cena took the rock bottom. He just kind of bowed out, and, you know, The Rock was king. That was what the whole show was about. So, you know, like I said, it is what it is, and I think it could have been better. I think they could have done something. I was hoping that they were going to do something more than what they did, but I figured that was what was going to happen at Survivor Series, that Rock and Cena would win. They would do their whole deal with each of them posing on the turnbuckle, and then one of them would attack the other, and that would be the start to the WrestleMania build. So very predictable, but it was fine. I'm not complaining too much about it. Just being able to see The Rock again was, you know, a great moment, and made the Survivor Series pay-per-view memorable and worth the money, in my opinion, for the most part. Hey Aaron, love the show. Apparently Goldust has been saying he wants a WrestleMania match against Cody Rhodes on his Twitter account. How would you book Goldust on his return, and would you grant this match or send it back to the lower mid-card? I would not book this match. As much as I loved the Goldust character back in the day, it just doesn't fit in 2011 WWE. It's just, when he comes out there, he's like a watered-down version of what he used to be. And unless they were going to let him go all out with the character again and do the raunchy stuff and be controversial, then there's no point in even pushing that character or investing anything into that character. Of course, it would be cool to see Cody Rhodes and Goldust, you know, the real-life brothers having a match, but I think it would be a step down for Cody Rhodes, quite frankly, to have a WrestleMania match against Goldust. Now, if they want to do something on at Royal Rumble or Elimination Chamber or something, that's fine, but WrestleMania, I would not do that match. All right, that's it for today's No DQ&A video here on NoDQ.com. Stay tuned this week for more episodes. Tomorrow is my birthday, actually, but I'm still planning to do a show because I want to talk about Raw and some of the other stuff going on. So stay tuned for that. And also later this week, I will be discussing the 2011 No DQ Year-End Awards, and that should be a lot of fun. So we'll see you then.